Shastras, which guide us towards the ultimate goal, which, for whatever the reason, is somewhat considered by human beings as not necessary or not so important. Why this trend of neglecting our own Dharma Shastras, Bhakti Shastras, Yoga Shastra, and Jnana Shastras have come? We don't know. Various reasons are there. Time and again, somebody or the other comes to cover up some mistake that is happening. In their effort of theirs, the other good thing also goes away. Like when the Buddhism prevailed. So that time they try to deny Karma Kanda because of on the name of Karma Kanda, what is that? Even Pashuhimsa was done uncontrollably. So to avoid the Pashuhimsa, they avoided Karma Kanda. To avoid the Karma Kanda, they avoided Yajna Yaga. To avoid the Yajna Yaga, they avoided the Vedas. By avoiding the Vedas, entire spiritual marga got avoided of moksha. See, this is how, if we are not very careful, even trying to do something good, that bad also happens in the world. That is inevitable. Knowing that also, the great Mahatmas keep doing good only. And what the bad happens while they do good, people don't understand. People misunderstand because they are at their own lower level of immature minds. But they know okay, they will mature in time, doesn't matter. Our job is to convey to them what is good. That is how their kindness and compassion. By the way, so let us be always every day to help ourselves in touch with our own Jnana Shastra, Moksha Shastra. So today also let us spend time in our study of all this. Taittiriya Upanishad, Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, Mundaka Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Dashamaskandha, Dvadashaskandha, Adhyatma Ramayanam, and lastly our Lalita Khadgamala will be doing the conclusion today. Let us start every day, like every day, with chantings, Prarthana mantra, followed by our Aruna Prashna chanting for some time, then Upanishad Parayanam and Adhyayanam. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थः ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुगं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च स्थामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः भूमा ब्रह्मलोकादाशेषादालोकालोकपर्वतात् ये वसन्ति द्विजा देवाः तेभ्यो नित्यं नमो नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विजये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्री सरस्वती नमः ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकन्नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायने आज्ञवल्क्याद्य शंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकं स्मृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणस्य व्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते समस्त साधकभक्तसेवकानां विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा शक्ति साधना संपदा वाप्ति द्वारा अनुकूलतानां सिद्धि द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम च श्री अरुण प्रश्नस्य पारायणं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकराचार्य भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ अरुण प्रश्नः। Friends, we saw 65 yesterday. Let us do up to 70. ओम अथ अरुण प्रश्नः। ओम इमे मासाश्चार्धमासाश्च सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पन्ति चोत्सर्पन्ति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मामम प्राणैरपप्रसृपतमोत्सृपत इम ऋतवः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पन्ति चोत्सर्पन्ति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मामम प्राणैरपप्रसृपतमोत्सृपत अयकं संवत्सरः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मामम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप इदमहः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मामम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप यगं रात्रिः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मामम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप ओम भोर्भुवस्सुवः एतद्वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् अथादित्यस्याष्टपुरुषस्य वसूनाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि रुद्राणाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि सतागं सत्यानाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अभिधून्वन्तामभिघ्नतां वातवतां मरुताम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ऋभूणामादित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विश्वेशां देवानाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि संवत्सरस्य सवितुः आदित्यस्य स्वतेजसा भानि ओम भोर्भुवस्सुवः रश्मयो वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् आरोगस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि भ्राजस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पटरस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पतंगस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि स्वर्णरस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ज्योतिषीमतस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विभासस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि कश्यपस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ओम भोर्भुवस्वः आपो वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् अथवा योरेकादश पुरुषस्यैकादश स्त्रीकस्य प्रभ्राजमानानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विवदातानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वासुकि वैद्युतानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि रजतानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि परुषाणागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि श्यामानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि कपिलानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अतिलोहितानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ऊर्ध्वानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनाम्हे व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ले शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतो सहनौ भुनक्तो सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, let us chant 6th Anuvaka with all devotion. ॐ असन्नेव स भवते असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनं ततो विदुरिते तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातोऽनुप्रश्नाः उता विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता ओ शोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येते सदवोदप्यत सदपस्तप्त्वा इदगुं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशतो तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Dearest friends, we are seeing how every Anuvaka of this Taittiriya Upanishad, both Shiksha Valli we saw, now the Brahmananda Valli guiding us toward the self, toward the truth, towards the reality. So when we become pure in our heart, concentrated, single pointed, and Shraddhalu, Jignasu, and with those qualifications, when we apply ourselves, truly we not only we understand what is said in the Upanishads, but the glory and sublimity of that is understood and accepted. Only when we understand the greatness of anybody or anything, that we respect them or we make use of that knowledge of the Shastra. We are into the 6th Anuvaka, wherein the Anandamaya Kosha is completed. Anandamaya Kosha's Pucham is Parabrahma. That Parabrahma is our goal to reach. But that Parabrahma doesn't come in any of the perceptions of the faculties as well as Vyavahara. Therefore, Astiva, Nastiva, that Samshaya is valid. But the basic question remains, point remains always same. Ki if we say Nasti, then we become a Apurushartha Sambandhi, then Asannevasa Bhavati. Not only we will not reach Brahman, but all the Varnashrama Achara of the Vedas, which are told for us to be done, only to become qualified for Brahman, that we won't do. Then when we not believed in truth, not pursued that truth revealing, such Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam, not made ourselves purified with the Varnashrama Devasta, exactly opposite to that we do. So Brahman we are not believing, so Jagat we believe. Therefore, Brahma Prapti Marga we are not following, Jagat Prapti Marga we follow. So then the Varnashrama Vyavastha we are not doing, then we become licentious. Therefore, instead of becoming Sat Purusha to reach the Sadvastu and glorified as Sat by the other Sat Purushas, we only reach to the Asan Marga Dwara to the Asat Loga. Therefore, everybody will call us as Asadhu. Whether others call us or not, we ourselves will know inside. The asadhutva inside is the regrets, the guilts, the never ending desires, passions, and because of that, always in a mood of disturbance and frustration. So, this is how jivas, everyone, not emotionally said, logically said, that when they are pursuing the path of truth, automatically they are becoming purified to that extent, calm and quiet, to that extent, the uncaused peace and happiness inside, then full energy, vitality to pursue the truth. Those who don't believe at all, then they are day by day weakening themselves in all aspects by pursuing something non positive. In general, it is said for everyone, you, we, for us also the same thing. So this is what the point we were under, we were discussing. Then yesterday we saw about the three prashnas. What are the three questions? Brahman astiva na astiva. Second, the avidvan gachati va na gachati. Third one, vidvan samashnute va na samashnute. So the second and third is based on the first question. Therefore, first that has to be answered. Ki Brahman asti or nasti. So we have seen yesterday ki the discussions was tatra astitvam eva tavad uchyate. About Brahma, asti only is a healthy way to accept. One, the Shruti authority. What is that? Two Shrutis are quoted. One, our own Shruti, Taittiriya, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. In that, Satyam Brahma. Okay. But Satyam Brahma it is said. Brahma Asti is not said. But Sadeva Satyam, that is said in Chandogya. Therefore, Sad is Asti. Therefore, Sadeva Satyam, Satyam Brahma is equal to Sadeva Brahma. This is Shruti Pramana to say that Brahman is Asti. What is the Yukti Pramana or Shruti plus Yukti Pramana? Ki Akashadi are the Karya. Shruti said that these Karya has come from the Brahma, the Karana. So if something has come from something, from whatever the thing that thing has come, that thing should exist. Therefore, Shruti plus Yukti. Akashadi has come from Brahma. Therefore, if Akashadi have to come from Brahma, basically Brahman should exist, no? Therefore, Brahman exists. Next is what? In and through every of the things that are experienced by us in the outer and inner world, all are experienced as existing, existing, existing only. Therefore, be very subtle to understand that there are two things in that. One is the thing which is existing. Second, the existence which is supporting. Thing which is existing, like fan is existing. Then there is something called as existence supporting the fan. Therefore, only the fan is said to be existing. And the fan, the tube light, the doors, the walls, the trees, the pillows or puller, what do you call them, pillars, they may be different, but common thing is existence. And that is called as Brahman in our Shastra. Therefore, not only Brahman is existing, but he is existence. Immediately, the value importance of Brahman has grown so much. Why? Because if Brahman is existing, पहले तो है कि नहीं doubt था. Some people तो said it is not there. Then a question came. Then you have taken Shruti Pramana and Yukti. Slowly Brahman existing to that level we came. Then we came to the next level. Not only is existing, but his existence. The moment the Brahman is recognized as existence intellectually, his value grows to million times more. Why? Because everything is existing because of existence. That existence is Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is more important than anything, and everything is depending on that only. So, Sattva what is the beautiful word? Sattva uktya eva satyatvam uchyate. Whenever you are saying something is existing, even the absence, ignorance, they also are existing. That sattva ukti itself should not, with our to our intuitive mind, prove the existence. That existence is Brahman. Okay, uktam hi sadeva satyam. Tasmat sattva uktya eva satyatvam uchyate. Sattva ukti se hi. You can't say I am not experiencing world or I am experiencing the world not existing. आप जगह अनुभव हो रहा है कि अस्ति 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 की वही वाला बात अस्तित्व को साबित करता है. So Brahman is existing as existence. Everything is existing because of existence. Brahma being existence, because of Brahman only, everything is there. Again and again, we have to repeat the thing that this existence not being any vastu with Visheshana, it cannot be perceived by any faculties. So, therefore, it doesn't come in the Vyavahara also. Another thing, it cannot be logically other than me as an object. Because of these reasons, the faculties which we use to see the world, called as the Indriya Manobuddhi, with that existence cannot be proved or seen or perceived. But because it cannot be object, it has to be experienced as subject only. And that subjective experience of the existing Brahman or Brahman who is existence is experienced as Nirvishesha only. Therefore, how much our every disciple struggles to catch Brahman with Visheshatva, he will not. But with faith in Guru, when he pursues the path of meditation, he reaches. When he reaches and tries, मेरे पहले वाले गुरु ने इस ब्रह्म के बारे में बोल नहीं पाया, अच्छा मैं बोल के दिखाता हूँ. When he reaches, he also says the same thing as earlier Guru said, it cannot be said in any manner. That is why ye nastad vichakshire, iti sushruma purvesham, yo nastad vyachachakshire. This is how we heard from our earlier masters. This is what we are conveying to you. So the experience cannot be explained, but then the way it is explained to guide continues. So, having heard this, katham evam arthata avagamyate asya granthasya? A good question. इस ग्रंथ का ऐसा ही अर्थ लेने का और कोई वजह है क्या, रीजनिंग है क्या? यस, व्हाट इज दैट? शब्द अनुगमातु. In the future mantras, if you really put your attention, the whole mantras are meaning this only. What they are meaning? Hi anena eva hi arthena anvitani uttarani vakyani. The subsequent vakyas, all of them are being spoken with this basic meaning only, that the Brahman is existing. Otherwise, those Uttara Vakyas, the subsequent Vakyas, would have not been like this. Tat Satyamiti Achakshate, Yadesha Akasha Anando Syatu, So Kamayata, Tat Sruštva Tadeva Anupravishato. Hare, you are talking so many things. Then can any of these things be talking about Brahma if he is not at all existing? See, Uttara Vakyani are the subsequent Vakyas, the way the way they are put by the Shruti Mata is presupposing the presence of Param Brahma. How vehemently it is, so Gamayata, he desired, tat Sushtva Tadeva Anubravishato, then tat Satyamiti Achakshate, अरे उसको सत्य बोलते हैं. And Yadeva Yadesha Akasha Anando na syat. If that Ananda Brahma is not there, where from the Akasha would have come? Without Akasha, how can the other Bhutas for, how can the world at all exist? Therefore, for us, the Shruti is Pramana in the beginning. Yukti is the Pramana later on. Upamana is the Pramana after that. Our own sadhana is the Prayatna. Our Anubhava will be final Pramana. Anubhav ke baad, what is the need of any Pramana? Pramana means to establish the said thing, the knowledge. So, Uttara Ukta Vakyani also are the cause to say that Brahman is existing. Because aage wala, you can't talk so detailedly about a thing if it doesn't exist. So he desired who? The fellow who didn't know. No, like the person. Throughout the day desiring from everyone everything. And everybody is fed up of him only. By trying to fulfill that fellow's desires, demands, commands, etc. That old man. Suddenly the man died, Mano. The Paramatma is not existing as life in him now. Now will he have any desire? If he is not existing, he cannot desire only. That's how Uttara Vakya are being spoken vehemently, unhesitatingly by Shruti Mahatma, presupposing that the Brahman is existing. See how Bhagavan Adi Shankara's subtlety himself become Purvapakshi, himself gives an answer. And what is the whole thing is trying to do? To see to it that we believe in the presence of Parabrahma. Then only we do the Sambandha Purushartha. Otherwise, we will be Apurushartha Sambandhi, means we will only be not Moksha Purushartha Sambandhi, but we will be the Samsara Purushartha Sambandhi through Dharma and Artha and Kama, like we are doing now. Then for millions of life, we are denied of the truth only. We'll only revel in the untruth, taking it to be real. That is the samsara. See, is it not appealing? Is it not so wonderful? That is the glory of our Sanatana Dharmas, Shastras, and the Bhashya, and all in all, the entire theme itself. And to this theme, to expose how many janmas, punya we have done, Guru Seva we might have done. Even now also, while listening to this, when all these good qualities we maintain, not only the listening, but the listening will give us meaning or understanding and conviction. But once we are convinced that Brahman is there, and experience of Brahman alone is moksha, and for that this is the path very clearly known. And little Viveka Vairagya, we kept the world aside also. Somehow by good prarabdha, Bhagavad Guru Kripa, things are convenient and we are healthy and we are focusing ourselves only on that. And day by day, intensifying our introvertedness to go beyond these Panchakoshas in our identity and slowly touch beyond Anandamaya Koshmala Paramatma. How wonderful it would be. Is it not enchanting? Is it not inspiring? Is it not worth attempting? So many other things we tried. And now let us try this one. This each one should tell to himself that Shankara Bhagavan will not say, Shruti Mata will not say. There they give that freedom. Is it not? A highly wise person doesn't speak first of all. Even if he speaks only when others ask. Even when others ask, he will tell what is Shastra Pramana, not even his personal opinion. After that, he will never decide for other person. He leaves for their freedom. Missing all these things only, we make people enemy. What we said is right, 100% right. But the thing is, the saying is not right. Why? Because they are not ready to accept. But we never realize it. Our question is this, मैं तो ठीक ही तो बोल रहा हूँ, मैं सच्ची तो बोल रहा हूँ, मैं तो उन्हीं के फायदा के लिए बोल रहा हूँ. ये सब ठीक है, but वो लोग सुनना नहीं चाहते. They don't want to listen. See, understand? That is why even if it is truth, if the others don't deserve, they don't. That's why Shastra, why it is said don't talk to others. Others mean those who don't deserve, because they are run away only. That's how metals the people are made up of. What can you do? See, whole thing is what? Once we get convinced that Brahman Asti, and that's what I have to pursue, that itself is 50% of transcending the samsara. Because every moment we spend in pursuing the worldliness, as much we are going away from Brahman, in the same way, every moment and ounce of energy we spend in pursuing Brahman, we are protecting ourselves from the samsara, from the bondage, the path of bondage. The more time, energy, mind focused on this, the more we are saving ourselves. This is the only way. This is the only way. बड़ा अकल नहीं चाहिए उसके लिए, थोड़ा कॉमन सेंस चाहिए, बट डेयरनेस चाहिए सुनने को, एक्सेप्ट करने को. So in this way also, Uttara Vakya, keeping in mind also, said ki if Brahman is non-existing, how can you say so Kameta, all that all? अरे श्रुति माता का थोड़ा आदर करो. She will not speak our lies. Our problem is we are not able to understand Shruti Mata for our conviction. Only that much problem. We never deny Shruti Mata's words. She is right, but I am not able to be convinced. So the effort of Bhashyakara, by giving examples, logics, are only to make us understand and get convinced, not for the Shastra, not for the Guru, not for the Paramatma. It is for us only. Okay? Tat satyamitya chakshate desha akasha anando nasyat ityadina. Okay? After listening to this again, he still says, श्रुति का प्रमाण ठीक है, बट फिर भी मेरे को व्यवहार में नहीं आ रहा. Therefore, tatra asadeva brahma iti ashankate. Because my point is this. What is that? Kasmat yad asti tad visheshatah gruhyate. If it is there, it should be pursued by us with some vishesha. He is caught up in believing only those things which are perceived through faculties as something specific. Say habit of accepting only the specific makes us not accept the non-specific. Like habit of telling only others always is such a funny thing, makes us such a person that we don't want to listen good from our own elders. है ना, सबको बोलने वाला, सबको डोमिनेट करने वाला, उसकी अच्छाई के लिए भी कोई अच्छी बात कहे ना, ही विल नॉट लिसन, बिकॉज उसका आदत हो गया बोलना सबको, डोमिनेट करना. वेरी फनी द साइकोलॉजी ऑफ द माइंड वर्क्स. इफ यू रियली ऑब्जर्व ना, बहुत बड़ा तमाशा चलता रहता है. So here also he is caught up in that. Ki Visheshana Yukta Savisheshana is there and pursued, then only I accept it as Asti Yathagatati. And other thing what he says, Yata na Asti tat na upalabhyate. Okay, sir, yat na Asti tat na upalabhyate. That which is there should be perceived through some Visheshana. And that which is not there, naturally it is not seen. Therefore, this Brahman is not seen, therefore it is not there. तथा देयरफॉर न उपलभ्यते ब्रह्म. क्यों ब्रह्म नहीं मिल रहा है? बिकॉज नहीं है. दिस इज व्हाट पूर्व पक्षी सेज. हिज पॉइंट इज व्हाट? इफ इट इज देयर, it should be there with visheshanam, it should be perceived. It is not perceived, not because it is not having any visheshana. Why? Because nirvishesha vastu ho sakta hai. In that he has got a doubt, he doesn't want to accept it. Are you catching the point? It is the problem of Purva Pakshi and all of us. Nirvishesha Vastu can be there, that we don't want to accept it because of the full habit of living with the Visheshas only. Therefore, he says, not seen not because it is Nirvishesha, but not seen because it is not there only. That's how he is concluding. Like Jagrada Avastha, Vishesha Yukta, Sapna Avastha, Vishesha Yukta, Sushupti Avastha, Vishesha Yukta. I know in this everything is Vishesha Yukta only, and we are experiencing it every day. We are so easy to accept it. But the Brahman बोलते तो है कि हर अवस्था में है. Support of every tripudi in every avastha, it untouched by him, and he cannot be spoken as any of those visheshas of any of those three avasthas. अब मेरे बुद्धि कैसे एक्सेप्ट करे उसको? That is why the Shruti Pramana, the Apta Vakya Pramana. Oh, there is no other way than that, no? Therefore, that benefit of doubt should be converted into benefit of Shraddha. Is it not? And who does it beautifully, I will listen to you whether you are right or not. First, if I have Shraddha in you. Is it not? And I will never listen to you whether you are right or not if I don't have Shraddha in you, whoever you may be. You may be God also. If I don't have Shraddha, I will not listen. If you are ordinary, my own child or Bhatija or useless anybody, if I have Shraddha, you listen these words like Bhagavan Krishna is giving Upadesh. This is what happens in the house also. Your Bahu daughter, they don't listen to you because they don't have Shraddha in you, and they listen गौर से काम वाली का बात है, पड़ोसी की बात है, because वहाँ श्रद्धा है उनको. Biggest thing is this. Somehow if we can give that benefit of doubt ki wajah, that Shraddha, benefit of doubt includes Shraddha, it helps us only. And that Shraddha, once created in Brahman, till Brahman is reached, we have to go on protecting. Like the Agni for the Yajna, which is kindled by churning the cups wooden. Aranis, from the time of it being churned till that Purnahuti is done, it's to be protected. Anything so? When you light a gas stove for cooking the food, from the first moment of lighting it till the food is cooked, the fire has to be there. So in our stomach, the Jatara Agni, from the time we took food till the last ounce of food eaten digested, the Jatara Agni should continue. In the same way, the Shraddha about existence of Brahman created should keep on being continued and pursue sadhana. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. That is the meaning. Samshayatma vinashyati. This is the meaning. See what is said in Gita as its authority in such portions of these Upanishads. And all it is intellectual. All it is with the authority of Shastra spoken by some Mahatmas, not out of any compulsions, conversions, emotions. It is like that. All Shastras of ours are intellectually speaking, even Bhakti Vishayas. Because we are intelligent human beings or we are having intellect for us to understand. But we live whole life emotionally. Therefore, the spirituality also we take emotionally. When you take emotionally the things, you react. When you take intellectually, you respond in your own interest. So they don't have that way emotional way of saying. Their emotion is only their love for us. Like the Guru's emotion for us is out of love. Only for love that emotion. Other than that, everything he teaches is intellectual for our own betterment. But we are a habitual emotional people, so their good teaching also we take it as something non-positive and we get offended and our ego reacts. दुनिया में ना हम हमारे लिए अच्छा बोलने वाले को दूर कर लेते हैं. Because the biggest problem, it's very tough it is. And that person who wants to help you, he is also first surprised. Later on he understands the dunya is like that, what can I do? Like if you don't listen to my good, what can I do? If I don't listen to good, you told, what you can do, Banda? Good is always intellectual. That is blocked only by one thing, emotion backed by ego. Is it not? And that is from the childhood only it is nourished in a negative manner. Therefore, the child is either emotional to blackmail you or egoistic not to listen to you. Here, none of these things the Shruti Mata or the Gurus are using. It is like that. You think for yourself. Therefore, in this way, he said, ki yat na asti tat na upalabhyate yatha shashavishanadi. Tatha, therefore, na upalabhyate Brahma. Therefore, Brahma कोई विशेषण के द्वारा मिल नहीं रहा. तस्माद तस्माद what? विशेषतः ग्रहणात्. Because through some specific विशेषणास he is not there. नास्ति इति. हम तो कहते हैं he is not there. And another point is what here? Anything with Visheshana alone is useful. That's what we are in an idea. True also, everything is with Visheshana alone is useful, but in Vyavahara. To go beyond the Vyavahara and get liberated from this Vyavahara, that Nirvishesha Vastu alone we have to catch. But he doesn't want to leave Vyavahara. If at all he wants, if you tell him to catch Brahman, he wants to pull the Brahman to Vyavahara level. He doesn't want to give up his the Vyavahara importance and Visheshana to reach to the Nirvivishesha, Nirvyavahara Brahmavast. Like, people should love us. They should give us gifts, sir. They should not teach us anything. Those people are good. They should love us. They should not teach us anything. They should give us gifts. Then we love them. People should love us, they love us. But they give gifts also. But they start giving wisdom, we say namaste, apna gift le lo. It's a very interesting thing what I'm analyzing in life. It goes on like that only. We have to realize it. That's why maunam, do your swadhyaya. Anyway, when you talk, people are misunderstanding. So better don't talk. At least what for their misunderstanding, वो matter तो नहीं रहेगा ना. संत्यक्त वासनात् मौनात् ऋते नास्ति परम सुखम. So he says, विशेषण से ग्रहण नहीं हो रहा. Therefore, it will not be useful for me in Vyavahara. I want Vyavahara only. Therefore, Brahman is neither Visheshana Yukta nor useful for Vyavahara. Therefore, it is not only as good as not there for me, but it is not there only. Therefore, Brahma Nasti. Guru Maharaj says, Tatna. Oh, mere pyare, this is not so. I'll tell you what is said in the Shastra. Yesterday we studied all that. I'm just repeating so that our intellect also becomes sharpened to how to think, to understand the Shastras, to understand the truth, to understand the relation between the true reality and the world, etc. So the Guru Maharaj ka answer kya hai bhai? When he says ki Visheshanas are not there, doesn't come in Vyavahara, as good as is not there. He says no. What is that? Akashadi karanatvat brahmanaha. Shastra said tasmadvaya tasmad atmana akash sambuddha. Therefore, na nasti brahma. So Guru also will not be. When it is a very healthy discussion, na, if you are confident of what you are speaking to be truth with right authority, you have to be confident in telling there also. And Guru are in the experience of the truth. They are more strong in their confidence. Therefore, na nasti brahma. You said brahma nasti, that is na. Then what? Asti only brahma. Because you said ki we don't believe you, you may be guru, we don't believe Shastra. हम कहते हैं we also don't believe you, we believe only Shastra. Shastra says आकाश आदि का कारण है. Therefore ब्रह्म नहीं है, ऐसी बात नहीं है, है. कस्मात्? Now let me explain to you. What is that? आकाशादिः सर्वं कार्यं ब्रह्मणः जातं गृह्यते. See, आकाशादि are karyam. And then for that there is a karana. And that Brahman is a karana. From that this Akashadi is born, is accepted by our Shruti Mata. Everybody. Because in the Shastra, first it was Brahman alone is there. Now we see the world. World came in Akasha or from Akasha. So where from the Akasha must come is only from Brahman. Therefore, Akashadi karyasya brahmanaha karanatvam utpatti गृह्यते. Akashadi sarvam karyam. First क्या है? आकाश से लेकर the other four bhutas and the kala, everything made out of that is called karyam always. These are all what we see is karya brahma. The karana brahma is nirgunam brahma. जगत को कार्य ब्रह्म बोलते हैं, याद रखना. जगत को समष्टि में, व्यष्टि में the deha is called as कार्य ब्रह्म. All upadhis are said to be karya brahma. So again we are reading it. Akashadihi sarvam karyam. All akasha etc. are effects. Sarvam karyam brahmanaha jatam gruhyate. And all is born from Brahma. The Brahman is the karana of that. Then we saw now the discussion. Yasmat jayate kinchit tat asti iti. Sorry. Drushtam loke. Okay. Anything born from something, it is always accepted to be existing. That from which something has come. Now, these two things have to be pondered a little deeper with calmness of mind. What is that? Ki Upanishad or Shruti Mata says, Akasha Adika Karanam Brahma hai. Second, if something comes from something, be attentive. If something comes from something, that thing from which this thing came, has to exist. Has to exist. It's a simple logic. Therefore, close eyes, Akash I am saying, and Shruti says the Akash ka Karan Brahma hai. Therefore, how can we nasti? See that in the deep heart, only when it is Visheshana Yukta, when it is Vyavahara Gochara, then only acceptable as the presento. That type of conditioning is there. That is to be deconditioned. Whole life is negatively deconditioned को remove करके positively condition कराना freedom के लिए. This is called whole spirituality. You understood? Deconditioning from non-positive and getting conditioned in the positive. That alone is the Adhyatmika sadhana. Like the deconditioning from going in the wrong road, coming on to the condition of driving on the right road and with traffic rules is called as healthy and safe journey, like that. So yasmat kinchit jayate tad asti iti gruhyate loke. Okay, yasmat jayate kinchit tad asti iti drushtam loke. Is it understood? If something has come from something, that thing must be taken as existing. It's a common sense in the entire world. Everybody knows. So, from the Brahman, Akashadi came. Therefore, Brahman cannot be Nasti, it is Asti. So, Shastra Pramana. Again, right from beginning, the thing is same. If somebody is believing the Brahman, somebody is not believing. For both of them, the Brahman is Vyavahara Atitam. It is Nirvishesham. Okay. The believer of the Brahman, somehow some faculty developed in him. A subtle, he believed, he pursued and he reached also. The other person also can pursue and reach. But he's not reaching because he's not pursuing. He's not pursuing because non-believing. Therefore, the importance of accepting the astitva of the Brahma and the nastitva. Be careful about these things in life. पूरा चौपट हो जाएगा. If any moment of the time in any day of our life, we say Nasti Brahma, totally from high spiritual, we just go into the worldliness. Like the great, wonderful Orthodox Hindu system following people, just because of some words of sweetness spoken by some other religion, they get converted. They say Nasti, Krishna and Rama. They are all unfortunate fellows that I feel, I personally feel. If someone doesn't follow Sanatana Dharma, there's no misfortune than that. Even born in it. Now, Yatha Ghatankuradi Karanam Mrudbijad. So, what is Ghata? What is Ankura? They are the Karyam. And they are having the Karanam. What is the Karanam? Mruda and Bija. Abhata. Is that Mruda and Bija existing or non existing? If they are non-existing, then Ghata and that be Ankura also should not exist. Should not exist. But they are existing. Then the cause also must exist. Think about it. Yada Ghatankuradi Karanam Mrudbijadi must be there to accept. Okay, you may not see the bija now because it has become Ankura. But your common sense, without bija, the Ankura cannot. So too, when you are overpowered by the potness and use of pot, you may not immediately grasp the mudness, but without the mud, the cause, the pot cannot exist. That is accepted everywhere. Okay. Then the next few logics are given. First logic is what? If something is seen, tangible, experienced, then if it has come from a cause, that cause should exist. The reverse is what? If the cause is not existing, from that an existing effect cannot come. Therefore, the effect also should not exist. Therefore, if the Brahman is non-existent, the cause, then the Akashadi which has come from them should also be accepted as non-existing. पहले वाला क्या था? Akashadi are existing. You see it as a cause, Brahma. The discussion going on is Brahman existing or not. It is existing. Therefore, कार्य दिख रहा है तो कारण होना चाहिए. And the other point, if the karana is not there, the Brahman, your point, then it's effect karya. How can the Akasha they be there then? Is it not? Therefore, the second point, nacha asataha jatam kinchit gruhyate loke karya. Nobody accepts a karya as if existing, having its karana non-existing. From a non-existence cause, existing effect will not come. Earlier one, if an effect is existing, its cause must exist. Now, if the cause is non-existent, nacha asatah jatam kinchit gruhyate loke karyam. Nobody will agree to the presence of an effect from a cause which is non-existent. Okay? Asatah chet nama rupadi karyam. Asatah chet. If from the asat Brahma, the non-existing Brahma, if the karyam called as nama rupadi, actually from the parampara of the Akasha. So आकाश से शुरू होकर नाम रूप में अंत होने वाला कार्य रूपी इस जगत असत रूपी ब्रह्म से अगर आया होता तो दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कि असतः चेत नाम रूपादि कार्यम then that karya nama rupa has come from asat. Therefore, the cause of nama rupa is non-existence. Therefore, the nama rupa have no atma. Therefore, niratmakatvat na upalabhyeta. It should not have been available for perception. Because उसका आत्मा ही नहीं है क्योंकि नॉन एक्सिस्टिंग है. Be careful about this. Now, upalabhyeta means it should have not been perceived by us as existing. Upalabhyeta means अनुभव में आना, अर्थ अस्थि है करके हमारे अनुभव में आना. ऐसा नहीं आना चाहिए. Because it's Atma, because cause is an Atma of the effect. The Atma, Brahman, is a non-existing. Again, from the non-existing Brahma, which is an Atma, how can the existing Rupanamadi can come? Now uplabhyeta, it should not. Think about it. It's a very crucial point in the so far done discussion. All are understood and all are understood for understanding this point consequently. If the Brahman is non-existing, who is an Atma cause of the Namarupadi, starting from Akasha up to that Namarupa, also should not be perceived because its Atma is non-existence. Now Upalabhyata should not be obtained. But is it like that for us? We are experiencing everything. See, now Upalabhyate tu. But then you are experiencing everything tangibly. Tasmad asti Brahma. Therefore है व्यवहार गोचर नहीं है निर्विशेष है but it is there. Two ways we have seen. Think about it more and more again. The effect is there, its cause must be there. If the cause is not there, the effect should not be perceived. And what is cause? Brahma. What is the effect? Akasha. What is the pramana? Shastra. Other than Shastra Pramana, where will you go? And why Shastra Pramana? Because Shastra is Apaurushaya. Shastra speaks only the truth. Shastra is the expression of the divinity. So these are the reasons for which the Shastra is not only the authority, it is a final authority, especially in the Advitiya Brahma Vishaya. Brahma Advitiya Shruteya Pramanam. So to Atindra Vishayeshu Shrutiyeva Pramanam. सारे अतीन्द्रिय विषय में और उसमें भी ब्रह्म विषय में श्रुति ही प्रमाण है. अब देयर इज नो अदर सपोर्ट. बी इंटेलिजेंट अबाउट प्लीज. You cannot listen or talk to anyone nomad, na? We have to talk to the highly wise persons. Highly wise are rishis only, but they are not available all the time. No need also. Why? Their wisdom they have given to us through in the form of Shastra. Therefore, Shastra became Pramana. And Shastra is not Rushi Janita. Yesterday we saw in our Mundaka Upanishad also Vashishtadi Rushi. ऋषियों को ये रिवील होता है. प्लीज रिमेंबर, ऋषिस आर नॉट मंत्र कर्तास, देर ऑल मंत्र द्रष्टास. Mantras are already there. It is eternal. Even in Yoga Darshan we saw the Ishwaras capacities are all the time they are there. Not they have come newly. So Purvesham api Guru Kalin Anavachedad mein we have seen that. So next one ki तस्माद अस्ति ब्रह्म. सो असतः चेत नाम रूपादि कार्यम निरात्मकत्वात् न उपलभ्येता उपलभ्यते तु तस्माद अस्ति ब्रह्म. अनदर वन, असतः चेत कार्यम गृह्यमाणमपि असत अन्वितमेव तत् स्यात्. ओके, असत ब्रह्म इज अ कॉज. असत नाम रूपादि came from it. Therefore it should be accepted as, seen as, perceived as, experienced as non-existence only. But nobody experiences the world as non-existing. And ये थोड़ा सा हंसी मजाक वाली बात है. But then in that also there is a logic to convey to us about the presence of Brahman. ओके, असत रूपी ब्रह्म से जगत आया मानो, ठीक है, कार्य वो असत के रूप में ही ग्रहण होना चाहिए. As good as Brahman. But it is not experienced like that. It is experienced so tangibly. Therefore, evam tat syat. असत चेत कार्यम गृह्यमाणम अपि असत अन्वितम एव तत् स्यात्, बट न च एवं. इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट. तस्माद् अस्ति ब्रह्म. Therefore Brahman asti. Now we quote again Chandogya. Katham asatah sat jayeta. How come from the non-existence the existing world can come? देखो सारे लॉजिक्स very powerful. Whether you catch it or not, only this much you get. From the non-existing, the existing cannot come. For the world as an effect, it has to have a cause, and in that the cause must exist too. Then the final cause is Brahman only. He must exist. What is our problem? Brahman is not in Vyavahara and is Nirvishesha. Therefore, we don't want to accept its presence. What is the breakthrough we have to achieve? Even though it is not acceptable, perceivable through perceiving organs, even though it is without any Visheshas, yet it is there. This breakthrough, if you have to catch, if you can catch it, we are now coming to the Astikata, Shraddha, in the presence of Brahman. That Brahman alone is true, that alone is reality, and that all these are superimposed. Realizing that only gets you freed from all the unreal thing. Therefore, to realize it, these are the sadhanas. All of that spiritual sadhana becomes valid, meaningful, interesting, inspiring, motivating to a person Only the one who has got Shraddha in the Astitva of the Brahma. Therefore, he is called as Sanmargi, Santamenam Tato Viduritihi. Other fellow is Asanmargi, therefore Asannevasa Bhavati. He become Asat. Nobody will talk about him. No need of talking about Asat Purushas. It's waste of time. Talk about Sat Purusha. कम से कम अच्छे मन हमारे अच्छा बनता है मन हमारा. That way. Now next one. कथम असतः सज्जायेत इति श्रुत्यंतरम. असतः सज्जन्म असंभवम अनु आचष्टे न्यायतः. In the Chandogya Upanishad, very simple logic, common sense is given. How come from the Asat, Sat will be born? If the Brahman is Asat, how come the Sat Jagat can be born in that? Tasmat Sat Eva Brahma iti Uktam. Therefore, Brahman not only the Asti, but is Sat Swarupa or Asti Swarupa. This is how accepting alone is Yuktam. फिर भी Guru will not insist. Because Guru will fail when again and again the disciple asks, Maharaj, आप दिखाओ मेरे को तभी मैं मानूंगा. And he can make the Guru defeated emotionally. अब है बोल तो दिखा ही नहीं पा रहा, मेरे को बुद्धू बना रहे हो क्या, मैं अकलमंद हूँ, मैं आपका मानूंगा ही नहीं. बेटा ये देखा नहीं जाता रे, पर से व्यवहार में नहीं आता. ई से सेम थिंग इन आवर लैंग्वेज. आप झूठ बोलो है ही नहीं, अब मेरे को फंसाने के लिए बोल रहे हो. अरे जब पूछता हूँ दिखाओ तो बोलते हो नहीं, नहीं दिखा सकते. लाइक मेरे को चोट लगी पाँव में, दर्द हो रहा है, अब दिखाओ दर्द. अरे हाउ कैन आई शो यू माई दर्द? आई एम दुखी. हाउ कैन आई शो माई दुख टू यू? There are many experiences I can't show you. Is it not? Physical pains, etc. The one who's going through, उसी को पता होता है. अब कांटा चुभा है मानो, इतना दर्द हो, देखने वाले को, he never had that experience of कांटा चुभना. वो कहता है कुछ नहीं हुआ. Many times it happens. The suffering which we go through, others have not gone through. Therefore, they don't even feel the suffering. इसलिए बंदा बोलता है तेरे को भी ऐसा हो जाए ना तब पता चलेगा. It is true also. Like the persons who are spoon fed golden spoon 22 times per day, they never know the value of hunger, they know the value of food. इसलिए वो बड़ा 1000 रुपए का चॉकलेट इतना टुकड़ा खा के फेंक देगा. बट गिव इट टू ए स्लम चिल्ड्रन और एनी पुअर, एक टुकड़ा वो एक दिन खाएगा वो. Because of the not knowing the basic. So here the Shruti का भी quotation कर दिया. तस्मात् सदैव ब्रह्म इति उक्तम. Okay. Okay, this much is understood. Now, the Purva Pakshi has another doubt. Next level of doubt. What is that? That yadi mrut bijadivat karana, mrut bij ke samana, Brahma is a karana, mruta is a jada vastu. Therefore, Brahma also must be syad achetanam tarhi. Therefore, it must be achetanam. Means jadam. And jadam is perishable, accepted in all philosophies. Therefore, Brahman not only Satyam has to be proved, it is proved by now. It has to be proved as Jnapti Swarupa or Jnanam also. He says it is Jadam. Jadam is Nashwaram. Therefore, again Asat. Then what is to be done? That Jadam nahi hai Brahma, it is Chaitanam, we have to prove. It is Chaitanya Swarupam. How to prove it? Dekho, he takes the help of the future shlokas or quotations. What is going on so far in the discussion? Out of the three questions, asti nasti, then gachati na gachati, ashtute samashtute na samashtute. Out of that, asti nasti में asti को स्थापित किया जा रहा है. Then gachati va na gachati, then samashtute na samashtute. And we, after accepting it as an asti, then avoiding becoming the avidwan and trying to become vidwan, we have to pursue and recognize it as our own self. The answer given for this next question by Purva Pakshi, ki if it is a karana like the Murud and Bija, they being inert. Brahma being karana to the Jagata, he also must be inert. It is his point. What we, the Vedantins, Siddhantins, will lose if we accept Brahman as inert is, anything inert is subject to time, subject to modification, subject to destruction. If it is destroyed, then the अस्तित्व गया उसका. तो पहली point ही फिर से defeat हो गया ना. We have so far with all difficulty proved Brahman asti. By bringing it to be Jada, again Nasti ho jayega. Because the Jada doesn't stay for long, it gets perished. Therefore, it is in our own interest we have to prove to that Purapakshi ki it is not Jada, it is not Achetana, it is Chetana. And how to do that? What a beautiful discussion. You see, Siddhanti says, it is not so, it is not Achetanam, it is not Jada, it is Chaitanya Sarupa only. What? The Brahma, which is the Karanam of everything. Therefore, it is existing also, it is Chetanam also. How do you say, sir? The point answer is Kamayitrutvat. This is how the sentence. What Bhagavan Shankara in most of the Bhashyas does it to the Purapakshis Prashna or any Vishesha Vishay he'll have to say. First he'll makes the statement. Then he slowly explains. First he denies what that fellow says, but in a simple manner, in a very humble manner, not fighting spirit. Is it not? That's how in today's world, knowing that somebody is doing wrong and wanting to say that you are wrong is the most difficult task. क्योंकि आजकल बंदे अच्छे चीज़ ही सुनने को तैयार नहीं है। अब जो कर रहे बुरा है, वो कहेंगे हम ना, वो लोग हमको शत्रु ही मानते हैं। Yes, just now we said 10-15 minutes back. देखो शंकर भगवान तत् न, ऐसा नहीं है बेटे, प्यारे मेरे सुनना, तद न, वही कामयितृत्वात्. This Brahma is kamayita. Na pitru pita matrumata mata. In the same way, kamayitru, kamayitrutvat, kamayita. So Brahman is the person of desire. ब्रह्म का कामना है, उन्होंने कामना किया, ऐसा लिखा है. So kamayata is the mantra is quoting here. Now, what is the relation between the quotation so kamayata and proving Brahman to be not Jada or Achetana, but is Chetana? Answer is Kim nahi kamayitru Achetanam asti loke. Is it not? Never in the loka a desiring thing or person is inert, nor any inert thing has desire. Is it not? A person, let us say, is inert. He will not desire to travel in a bus. है कि नहीं कि महात्मा गांधी जी खड़े हैं, उनके चारों तरफ हजारों बस घूम रहे हैं, बिकॉज इन दैट इन बिटवीन लैंड महात्मा गांधी इज केप्ट, दैट स्टैच्यू है ना. विल एनी हैव टाइम डिजाइन, अरे मेरे चारों तरफ बड़े बड़े कार घूम रहे हैं, 4 करोड़ के 10 करोड़ के कार, बड़ा बस घूम रहा है, कभी मैं उसमें बैठ जाऊं. विल हैव एनी कामना? नो. देयरफॉर एनीथिंग जड़ा कैनॉट डू द कामना. So, nahi kama yitru achetanamasti loke. But I have a desire to travel in that car or bus. So, I am a kamayata. Is this kamayata me chetanam or achetanam? Dekho, both ways we have to understand. If somebody is doing kamana, he cannot be achetana. Dead body example I gave. If somebody is kamayata, he cannot be achetana, he should be chetana. The other side is what? If something is achetana, I gave the example of statue. So too the bus. बस कैनट से मैं इतना घूम रहा हूँ, मैं भी महात्मा गांधी की जगह एक जगह बैठ जाऊं. वो इतने लोगों का बोझ उठा उठा के कमर टूट गए मेरा. कभी बस ने ऐसा बोला क्या? बस मेरा हो गया, मेरा नाम बस है, लेकिन कब तक है? मेरा भी बस हो गया अभी, अब मेरे बस नहीं है. टस के बस नहीं रहा, मेरा बस भी नहीं है अभी लोगों को उठाना. वी नेवर हियर द कामयिता टू बी जड़ and jada to have the kamana. But Brahman is said to be so kamayato. Therefore, your point that is jada is refuted and Paramatma Chaitanya Rupa is made. And Chaitanya is always independent and permanent. Jada is dependent, temporary. Chaitanya even becomes aware of the Kala. Jada comes under the influence of Kala and slowly disappears. So therefore, what is the main statement of fact? Kamayitru tvatu. What is the explanation? No hi kamayitru achetanam asti loke. This is one reason. What is that? Brahman is Okamayata. Kamayata cannot be Achetanam. Therefore, Brahman is Chetanam. Therefore, as you said, is Achetanam. It is answered. Is not Achetanam. Brahman is Chaitanya Swarupa. Second reason. Kim Sarvajnam hi Brahma iti avochama. Are, we have already seen Sarvajna Brahma hai. Yes, Sarvajnyaha Sarvavitu. Yes, Jnanamayandavaha. This mantra came to us even in Mundaka Upanishad everywhere. अब जब सर्वज्ञ है, हाउ कैन बी जड़ता? ज्ञान तो चैतन्य का लक्षण है ना, जड़ता का लक्षण नहीं है. जस्ट लाइक कामना नहीं है जड़ में, ज्ञान भी नहीं होगा. लाइक कुर्सी, कुर्सी कैनॉट हैव द कामना that this person should sit in me, and also jnana it cannot have who is sitting in me. You know, if it thinks knows that who is sitting, अगर ज्ञान है तो मोटा बंदा है तो भाग जाएगा वो. हैंड कामना कर सकती है तो कह सके छोटा बच्चा मेरे ऊपर बैठ जाए तो अच्छा रहेगा कि ज्यादा वजन नहीं रहेगा, मैं उनको अच्छी तरह घुमाऊंगी. द चेयर शुड से, इट विल नॉट से. So therefore, Brahman has got Kamayitrutvam. Brahman is said to be Sarvagnya. This Kamana and Jnana are possible only in Chaitanya. Therefore, Brahman is Chaitanya, not Jada as you presume. Because of the example of Mrudadi. Mrud and Bija example given, from that he pulled out a question. He must be inert. He is not inert because he desired and is Sarvagnya. A desired person, a jnani, cannot be jada. Only a living Chaitanya only can have jnana. Living Chaitanya alone can have this kamana also. So by this quotation of so kamayata and sarvajnata, the question or objection of the Purvapakshi called it as jada is refuted. Therefore, two things we have achieved. Brahman is asti. Second is his Dyapti Swarupa or Chaitanya Swarupa is not jada. Now, by this discussion only, in fact, we are something is pure Brahman, which is our essential nature. There we have to reach on the seat of meditation. So I am that pure conscious existence. That's it. This is called a being Brahman. Slowly I am existent as something else. I am conscious of something is called as falling from the being level to the becoming level. So mud existing. Slowly it is becoming the pot. संसार कहते हैं उसको. So here also pure Sat Chit alone is Brahma. Something superimposed on that is the Jagat, and that is by the power of Maya, that Brahma only. Therefore, don't fight with it. But we have to see that Maya doesn't become avidya in us, that the projected we take as real and reject the reality. By that, Brahman is not troubled. Like if I don't listen to the gurus or elders' good words, the guru and good words are not at loss. We are the ones we are losing. है ना. मैं मेरे जीवन में मेरे ईगो के कारण अच्छे अच्छे मित्रों को सलाहदारों को खो रहा हूं. अब ये कोई कॉमन सेंस नहीं है तो की करा. Your children lose you only for one reason, that you tell them good things. They don't want to listen. And you tell good things only for one reason, that you love them. But unfortunately, that love became attachment. अटैचमेंट. ये लव अटैचमेंट क्या होता है ना, जो डिजर्व नहीं करता उसी को भी देते हैं, एडवाइस भी कहो या पैसे भी कहो. अटैचमेंट. है ना, पैसे लेते हैं लेकिन वो ज्ञान नहीं लेते. दे टेक ऑल लव एवरीथिंग बट दे डोंट टेक ज्ञान. जब तक आप प्यार पैसे देते जा रहे हो ना, यू आर ग्रेट, यू आर ग्रेटर देन एवरीबडी. द मोमेंट से बेटा सुबह उठ के सत्संग करो, पापा पापी, आपका नाम ही पापा है. नॉट पुण्य. ओके. कामयितृत्व ज्ञान स्वरूपता, therefore is not jada, is chetana. Clear? So सर्वज्ञामी ब्रह्म इति अवोचामा अतः कामयितृत्व उपपत्ति. Now from this another question he takes out. पूर्व पक्ष भी मजेदार है ना. What he says, कामयितृत्वात्, if Brahman is desiring person, so kamayata, then asmadadivatu, like us, anapta kamam iti chet, then he is an unfulfilled half-hearted fellow. Then अनाप्त काम मीन्स हु इज नॉट फुलफिल्ड ऑल डिजायर्स. डिजायर है ब्रह्म में, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ? हिज ऑल डिजायर्स आर नॉट आइदर फुलफिल्ड और एलिमिनेटेड. देन अस्मदादिवाद इज लाइक अस द जीव, देन कंडीशनड. देन व्हाई शुड वी परस्यू हिम? Same thing, no? The Parvati Mata asked, he is crying so much for his wife, so he is attached to her. Therefore, he is like us only. Then why should I worship Rama? पार्वती माता अध्यात्म रामायण का बेस यही वारा सारा क्वेश्चन बाय पार्वती जी शिव जी took 3500 श्लोक वाला अध्यात्म रामायण to teach her, but luckily she heard and understood, accepted. So therefore, Brahman is also is having desire. Therefore, is Chetana. So by accepting the Brahman desired, therefore is not Jada and Chetana. That problem is sorted out. But from the other problem came. So if he also desires, if I also desire, what is the difference between him and me? Then why should I not continue as Jiva? Why should I pursue him? Even if I pursue and reach Brahman, I will be conditioned only because I have desire. Because anybody has desire is bound. This is what is point. Here is the most important topic of difference between Brahman's desire and our desire. Clear? That is what will be explained. See, our desires are out of emptiness or what do you say, unfulfillments. Seeking something through those desires. Brahma's desires are not out of emptiness, but for from completeness, and it's only expression of the complete joy, not seeking anything. Therefore, technically it's called as in desiring we are aswatantra, but Brahman in desiring is swatantra. More elaborate meaning is what? We are pushed by desires. So he pushes the desires. For us, we are pushed by the desire. And he pushes the desire. लेकिन डिजायर के कारण मैं हूं एज ए जीव परमात्मा वो परमात्मा के कारण डिजायर है नॉट द अदर वे अराउंड if this very sacred subtle thing is understood then this point is answered कि Brahman also desiring like me therefore why I should pursue him even if I pursue and reach him I'll continue to be a person of desire then there is no moksha. So देखो निष्कामता सकामता में भी हमको जो समझदारी है उसका और एक स्टेप आगे. Definitely for you and I as Jiva, from Sakamata we have to reach to Nishkama. But in Brahma, there will be Kamana to create the world, but that is not out of any ignorance or any avidya of the self or any feeling of incompleteness or limitation. Is it not? Like you can love, which is called attachment, in expecting something also. You can also love without attachment, even to give also. संभावना है कि नहीं दैट्स व्हाट यू डू टू द चिल्ड्रन वी लव एंड गो ऑन गिविंग विदाउट एक्सपेक्टिंग बट द सर्वेंट्स वेरी कंजूसी कोशिश कर करके वेरी लेस अमाउंट वी गिव एंड वी वांट देम टू डू द वर्क कंप्लीटली द होल डे here is the love therefore unconditional he is wasting money wasting food not even one word you say but to the other servant is it not in the mind what are going on the thought about the child or grandchild, thought about the servant. This one is raga, this one is dvesha. The attachment and our dvesha means that always doubting, time पे आएगा कि नहीं काम पूरा करेगा कि नहीं. These servants को ना हम इतना तंग करते हमारे मन में. आई तो डरता हूँ कि अगले जन्म में हम सब सर्वेंट ही बनेंगे. अरे दे आर गॉड सेंट गॉड ओनली इज वर्किंग इन फ्रंट इन फॉर्म ऑफ देम दे आर नॉट देयर आपका एक दिन का जिंदगी भी नहीं होगा. There are very few matured ones who really respect them because without them, work is not happening. They were honestly the value. And added to that glory is putting the children, etc., in strict discipline so that our attachment should not spoil them. We have responsibility and duty toward the children in this positive way. And we are obliged to servants because they serve us. We do the other way around. We oblige the children and we order these people. These are all, don't look at outside, somebody is working, we are giving money and all. What is our thinking in our mind? Vedanta means our own inner thinking. That doesn't mean कि सर्वेंट को बिठा के पूजा करो और प्रधानमंत्री ने वो अयोध्या मंदिर में उन सबका पाद पूजा किया. He is a great महात्मा. He has practically done it. है कि नहीं? मंदिर बनाए हुए और कर्मचारियों का पाद पूजा किया उन्होंने दशहरा के दिन या किसी दिन. That is a great gesture. Huh? We have seen divine in them. Who can do that? Bapre! Whole world is watching it. Who cares they watch or not? I respect them. By the way, so we little bit touched the difference between our kamana and Ishvara's kamana. Parabrahma he desires out of his free will and he has powerful powers to fulfill the desire also and he pushes the desire. In our case, desire pushes us. We have desires plenty, but no energies to fulfill them, no resources. Therefore, we become miserable with our desires. And Brahman, already happy, expresses happiness through desire. We seek happiness through desire. Therefore, our desires weaken us, make us miserable. Brahma Deva's desires never weaken him, and nor they can add to his happiness. Out of happiness, he is doing that. That is why only, like the children on the beach of sea, आनंद में they make that घोंसला with the sand. आप जब द मम्मी पापा का लड़ाई खत्म हो गया बेटा आप चलते हैं बाकी घर में देन द चाइल्ड जो बनाया घोंसला और खुद ही तुप करके हाथ और पैर से तोड़ देता है वो. He will enjoy that also. Brahman also he will be having joy in creation, same joy in destruction, same in the maintenance also. Because he is working with fulfillment and completeness. We are all working with fulfillment and incompleteness. Therefore, our desire is our bondage. For the Brahman, his desire is expression of his glory, his power, his love, his energy. Like the children's desires are to seek from mother this, that, and mother's desire is to give the child. Therefore, mother is not bound by her love unless if she become attached. The child is bound only. So, कामयितृत्वात् अस्मदादिवतो अनाप्तकाममिति चेत् answer na. How do you say swatantriyat? I touched it little bit. The Brahman is swatantra in having or not having desire. Is it not? Like us, no, कोई desire आता है ना छोड़ ही नहीं पाते और फुलफिल ही नहीं कर पाते. अब लटकते रहते हैं बीच में. छोड़ने का हिम्मत नहीं है, फुलफिल करने का ताकत नहीं है. है ना? More than the material desires, we have mental desires. Desires are mental only. Those who have desire, they are mental only. Ki others should listen to me. Even I, talking that you should listen to my Upanishads or Pravachan and you should become good, even if I become or not. It is a meaningless, never fulfilling desire. So I am stopping it slowly. I am enjoying my talks for myself. You understood? Even to desire that others should become improved, that also is misery. वही चाहता ही नहीं वो. अब सब बाबा जी बन गए तो भगवान को बोर लगेगा. He says चलने दो दुनिया के. The one who really gets mature, no, he enjoys the wisdom of wise person. He will enjoy foolish of the other wise person. बस देखते रहो आउटर की दुनिया. आउटर दुनिया ना should not be touched only. It is like नुमाइश तमाशा विंडो शॉपिंग. देखना बस. एक शब्द मुख से निकला फंस गए. Therefore, look the tamasha Bhagwan. देख दुनिया भगवान की तमाशा. Inside see the Bhagwan. Outside see Bhagwan's tamasha. These are the things we have to learn. Otherwise, if I try to improve someone, that means what? Bhagwan failed to improve that fellow. I am greater than Bhagwan, so I am trying. What an ego. That is why what is said in Shastra as a loving word, we should talk and keep quiet. Like that's what throughout his life our Pujya Gurudevji has done. Is it not? He went on talking on Shastra over my responsibility. Whether someone listens or not, understands or not, uses or not, grows with or not, or they taking these lecture, they themselves do vimarsana of me or go opposite. He never looked for those consequences because they are not in my hands. They are in the hands of people and I have no right on the people. I have the duty of talking on Shastra. Is it not? This is the only way to protect ourselves, not from the world, but from our own mind. सत्य बोलो, बस छोड़ दो बाकी. Bas. And if the satya is not known to you, say I don't know. The I don't know is such a great word. Then, but I think. But I think puts the problems in life. If you don't know, you don't. And always talk in the language of evidences, proofs. ऐसा. And only then when the audience are ready to listen. Nobody to ready listen. And here is the biggest problem. When you speak, people misunderstand. When you don't speak, they double misunderstand. Now I understand the problem. So that's a jungle में जाओ. You need not talk to trees or mountains. They also don't talk. Therefore, 90% of mental torture is gone. You can meditate on lot. At home. आप उनको छोड़कर क्लास में आ गए. मेरे से बात करने से बचने के लिए आप क्लास में जा रहे हो ना. देख रहा ही. ठीक है बाबा करके यू लीव द क्लास एंड गो. क्यों तंग कर रहे हो मेरे को, जाओ क्लास में बैठ. आपका ही एक्सपीरियंस है. Why are you traveling? Go and sit in the class. And again after the class, frowning face. Why? 1.5 hour you left me. ठीक है बाबा गए हम, क्या बताऊँ नेक्स्ट क्लास कब है, जाओ. People are so fickle in this mind like we are only. हम ही इतना पढ़ कर भी अपने मन को ना समझ पाए ना कंट्रोल कर पाए. And those are not at all exposed to Shastra, never minding the mind at all. How do we imagine that they are wise, therefore they behave with wisdom? We take others' foolishness for our suffering and we impose our wisdom on others and doubly suffer. Do you understand how we suffer in life? Two things. Our wisdom we impose on them and we expect them to be wise. It is proved otherwise they become miserable. And their foolishness we take it on us and then we suffer. छोड़ दो उनकी बेवकूफी है. Why are you worried? No. I want to tell and improve. They will not listen. They suffer. These are all very subtle things. If these are all not known, we don't know the Vyavaharik maturity. That is why learning Vyavahara is much difficult than learning Vedanta. And making use of Vedanta and Vyavahara is the worst thing. Your Vedanta nobody wants. It's only for you. Others want some love and help. If you can do it. Arjuna and Krishna. Throughout life they stayed together. Arjuna never wanted wisdom for Krishna. Though Krishna never gave. Only in that Yuddha Kshetra because there's nobody and he's in such a dilemma what to do. Then he took a chance of asking Krishna. Krishna took that chance. He told and he showed Vishwarupa. अर्जुन फिटिंग समझ गए. बट तुरंत प्रैक्टिस भी नहीं किया. फिर कुछ बात को पूछते हैं, ये तुमने आपने तो बताया गीता गीता, फिर से बताओ मेरे को. भगवान को इतना गुस्सा है, इतना प्रेम से मैंने सिखाया तुमको. चल ठीक है. अगेन ही टॉट दैट बिकम्स अनुगीता of 130-40 shlokas in Mahabharata. I want to study that once. Anugita is again reproduction of Bhagavan's Gita. But it is a Smruti. This also is Smruti, but it is Veda Shastra Sara. Bhagavan in his divine total expression, he gave that knowledge. That Anugita is Sara of this, but not as effective as Gita. Because वो मूड जिसमें भगवान ने गीता सुनाई युद्ध क्षेत्र में, that was not there. By the way, so कामयतृत्वात् नो स्वातंत्र्यात् यथा अन्यान् परवशीकृत्य कामादिदोषा प्रवर्तयन्ति न तथा. Just like the kamadi dosha will over for the other jivas and push them to do the papa, they dare not make the Brahman force and do the papa. It is the other way around. The Brahman uses the kamana to accomplish the service to the world. Those things will be touched tomorrow. After that, now actual the shloka comes. So kamayata bhaushyam prajayeti satapotapyata satapastaptva idagam sarvam asujata yadidam kiccha tat srishtva tadevanupravishatu. Every word is so important, especially this topic. In this, what is Lord, what is his Kamana, how he wanted to become many, what is the meaning of it, and what is the meaning of he created the world, what is the meaning of he entered into it. Most crucial topics of pure Vedanta are these topics. And you are seeing from Brahmananda Valli second one, every Anuvaka, first, second, third, fourth, सब सारे इतने इतने मसालेदार मजेदार. And we just started studying, thank God. And we are more interested, more inspired, more sincere, more regular, genuine seekers, जिज्ञासु है, तो फिर मिलता जाएगा ज्ञान वाला मजा. उस ज्ञान को अंदर लेकर outside love the world, serve them, keep smiling away, and use that wisdom for oneself, and then be wise in this world that way. Let us try. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarushibhyo Namaha Brahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. थैंक यू.